society a favor. That's all the pictures break against braver. We want who's ass in the skirt. We want to feel this trip over. On him, here, no chilling. Well, I could take a man out with just one punch, but he never liked to talk about it all that much. It's my work, he'd say, and I do it for pay. But when it's over, I just as well go on my way. Up to some paradise, it just beats slowly and it's nice. And then I horse along the trail, but then he took him to the jailhouse when he tried to turn that into a the child was a circus, he never stood a chance. Should have been through it with the strongest from the front. The white folks song called him a revolutionary run. To the blacks he was a tragic figure. No one doubted that he pulled the trigger. But nothing good for them to go home. The election he was the one. The deed, they all like there was green. Falsely tried. The Thomas were the one, guess he's 65. Bella and Bradley, they both badly lied. The teenage man so well on for a ride. I'll be the life of such a man. Be in the palm of some fool's hand. The skin on the brain. Couldn't help but really feel ashamed. You were the one, just as good as
Now you know all the criminals in their coats and ties. They're free to drink martinis and watch the sunrise. While movements just like Buddha in a 10-foot cell, an innocent man in a little